Let's move on to the next section. And this next section is now about, remember we talked about the 7 ways that you can actually make a powerful first impression? We're going to talk about having a brief introduction. And a brief introduction is about how you present yourself when you're talking to targets. So in this particular use case, you're crafting your elevator pitch, assuming that you're talking to a target, or you didn't even know if it's a target. It may be someone you're meeting may or may not be a prospective target. You're at least presenting yourself in a way that is consistent and the way that you appear to be confident, open, and remember that in your delivery, you have to smile. And because you want people to like you, whether or not they're your targets. So we're going to talk about 4 different steps of creating and crafting your personal elevator pitch. And this elevator pitch can be delivered in somewhere between 30 to 60 seconds. And then you go on to the next step, because the next step is mostly to listen and then look for ways to add value and connect for the long term. So let's talk about step number 1. Step number 1 is choose a summary. And I'm just giving you my examples of, for me, in the way that I'm shaping right now, my personal elevator pitch, because I've been out working as a product manager and now I'm training product executives and leaders within companies. I'm a product executive. I have over 20 years of experience just in product management. And while I started in a technical career, I got my bachelor's in electrical engineering, got master's in electrical engineering, and that was a long time ago. I actually did development a long time ago. Now I'm doing the architecting and the ideation of new things. I'm working with the people who not only want to create the future, they want to build the future, right? Those are my targets. And many of them are executives, and I'm presenting myself as a subject matter expert that can come in and help them. So my label is product executive. That's step 1. Let's go to step number 2. Step number 2 is to take that summary and now create one short sentence that describes where you've been. In my case, it's about presenting myself as a product executive with over 20 years of experience working in companies ranging from large to small. That's my statement using my label, which is product executive. Number 3, write a second sentence stating where you currently are and your role. So for me, because I'm a contractor, I basically say I help product executives and leaders build high-performing teams and deploy leading methods, systems, and tools to achieve smarter product outcomes. So in other words, I'm telling executives within companies, if you have a product management team that is not performing according to your expectations, let me help you. One sentence, that's the way I describe myself. Because I know that even if I'm right now doing consulting work, that is only time-based. When I'm meeting somebody new, I'm looking for my next opportunity once my current engagement expires. Because it may or may not be extended. It may or may not be extended or renewed. Number 4, add a brief sentence about where you're going next. And what that means is that you need to now figure out, hey, I'm here right now, and I may be here. In your mind, it may be a permanent thing, but something changes. You need to kind of start looking at your next level, whatever that is, and then put one sentence, one short, simple sentence for them people to say, where are you going next? For me, I'm saying I'm passionate about inspiring teams and sparking creativity within teams, and I'm looking to bring my expertise. I'm looking for ways to bring my expertise to a technology or software company that is funded for growth. So by saying this, I'm saying I'm not just looking to get into a large organization. or even a medium-sized organization. I'm open to like maybe getting into startups that may be funded by a venture capital firm or private equity firm for 3 to 5 years, and that I can come in and help them figure out how to scale their business. Not only how to improve their portfolio of products, but then be able to create profitability out of that in order for them to scale the business. That's my third sentence. And then I create my statement. Furthermore, if you have a LinkedIn profile, you can actually start now putting this right below your name in your profile. And that is, you don't have to put yourself as a, hey, I'm blah, meaning I'm a product manager at blah company today, or I'm a project or program manager at such and such place. You can now shape your own way, because I describe myself in different ways. And the more creative that you get in a way that is unique and genuine to you, the better traction you're going to get on your LinkedIn profile alone. Here's what I do. Here's the way I describe myself, and use the formula. I help, and then I define my target audience in some summary label. And I do something that is either a desired state or an outcome that I'm able to achieve, and then I can provide proof of those outcomes in that short sentence. So here's the way that I'm describing myself today on my LinkedIn profile. I help product executives and leaders turn ideas into valuable products. Oh, by the way, I've launched over 30 profitable products so far. 2 short sentences. They're all within the number of characters or words that are allowed, and you can see that on the very top of my profile when you look at anyone up that has my titles that are also included on the rest of my profile. And that usually is an attention grabber. If you do this, people will connect with you. Not just recruiters. I'm talking about hiring managers. When you're describing yourself the right way and you say, hey, I help these type of hiring managers do blah, and that blah is a problem that you know they have that you can solve, they will come to you. So learn how to do this, because you can do this digitally. You don't even have to network. You can do this on your own LinkedIn profile, and this will help you. Here's a summary of my current elevator pitch that I came up by following these 4 steps. So here we go. I'm a product executive with over 20 years of experience working with companies ranging from large to small. I love working with people who want to build valuable products and great companies that change the world. I help executives build high-performing product teams and deploy leading methods, tools, and systems to achieve smarter product outcomes. I'm passionate about inspiring teams and want to bring my expertise to a technology or software company that is funded for growth. How long did it take me to deliver that message? If I work on this and I can memorize it and just practice it in front of a camera, I can do this and actually post it on my LinkedIn profile, and that's all I need. As a matter of fact, look in the post-event page for today's webcast. Look for my elevator pitch done on a short video that I'm going to embed, and that'll be a sample just practicing these 4 steps so that you can do this on your own for yourself. And hopefully you'll have something that you can put on your profile, and maybe even a video you can upload and then share with anyone, and you can actually embed that video on your own LinkedIn profile. Those are my recommendations. So with that, I just want to wrap up, because actually I've gone through all this, and before we go into Q&A, I have some announcements. First of all, I mentioned earlier that now I'm in the process of deploying all these virtual workshops. And here's the first one that we're starting that actually aligns with today's topic. And actually, I'm teaming with WinStyles, and WinStyles is a image consulting firm that focuses on helping and coaching people that want to establish a strong executive presence, and we're helping them do this online. So the next workshop that's coming up is May 14th. It's going to be a 2-hour action-packed workshop, and it's going to be about building a powerful executive presence in a quarantine world. Well, executive presence, where is it? Because if you're saying, how does executive presence help me in building my powerful personal brand? My response is as follows. A powerful personal brand is building your executive presence. What is executive presence? It is not just for executives. It's actually building your leadership skills, your soft skills, so that you can then raise to a higher level who you know in order to get hired. So you don't have to necessarily be looking for an executive presence to be benefiting by building and improving your executive presence. Executive presence is about not only your appearance and your behavior, it's also about your communication style. So that if you're practicing these things, you're actually building your soft skills and actually increasing your poise, your character, your reputation. And you're looking for ways to be perceived the way you want to be perceived by others to increase and accelerate opportunities for you. That is why we're offering this particular 2-hour virtual workshop. And if you want more information, talk to me. I'm offering free consultations for anyone who needs help in building or refreshing your personal brand. That's going to be available on the landing page, and we're going to be announcing that. And you can set up either a conversation with me as a follow-up or get more information where you can sign up and just sign up for the virtual workshop that is coming. And I want to say this is the first of a series of workshops that for anyone interested in actually building and improving a powerful executive presence. There's additional talks that I've been capturing for the last 3 years, and they're actually all listed in one single landing page. And this is short URL at the bottom of this. It's actually the short URL where you can view my most current and then all other talks that I've done. And there's a slew of different topics, and they're all available. You can view the individual pages with content that includes my slides, the video, and the podcast of the recorded session, and it's all available on those pages. So look for that information if you're interested. Also, if you want to contact me, here's information, right? I mentioned earlier that I'm offering a free one-on-one 30-minute call to help you and guide you on ways you can improve and build your own personal brand. And here's how you can reach me. You can contact me via email. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. As a matter of fact, if you connect with me on LinkedIn, let me know that you came or attended this particular webcast, or that you listened to this offline on demand when it's available, and just connect with me and set up a free appointment with me. We can always talk and figure out how I can help you build and refresh, improve your personal brand. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Wendy because we're ready for questions. And as a reminder, be sure to submit questions you're using the Q&A window or the chat, and Wendy will be asking the questions and I'll be answering. So I want to thank all of you and looking forward to your questions.